Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, am I speaking with Dafel Construction, the construction company?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. But my name is Charles One. Yes, I was hoping you could help me actually. Yes, you happen to be amongst the top 10 clients we would like to work with in the construction space here in Lagos. Yes, can I take 30
Okay.
seconds? Can I take 30 seconds to help me understand if it's even relevant for you as well?
Okay.
I appreciate that. Some of our clients are construction companies like yours here in Lagos. They are doing really well, running successful businesses, right? But sometimes if they are being really honest, they usually mention any of these three problems. The first one is that they are usually attracting the smaller renovation jobs, right? When they really want those larger, more profitable projects. On number two, they are struggling to position themselves as that premium option, in their market. Or finally, number three, they found that they've been relying almost entirely on referrals, on word of mouth, to get new projects, right? And it made scaling the revenue harder than it should be. But I mean, I get the feeling you're probably going to tell me that you don't relate to or recognize any of those problems I just mentioned, though.
I can't say totally no because uh, it's virtually most even big construction company they still want to scale up.
Okay. Okay.
So
I mean, I can appreciate that. You'd be surprised whether some construction companies they lie and say everything is going perfect, 100%. I mean, so I can appreciate the transparency. Okay, so I guess out of the three I mentioned, if you could wave a wand, right? If you could wave a wand and fix any of those three in your business, which would it be? Out of those three I just mentioned.
okay. But let me ask, which product are you uh, presenting? Let me know where you are coming from so that at least I will know what aspect I'm
Okay, okay. Well, okay, if I mention that
saying from.
yes, I'm typically brought in by any of these construction companies to help to fix those any of those three problems, right? But the most common one is usually they're on the site, they are working on projects, right? So we help them to implement AI systems into what they're already doing, right? So that while they're on the site, while they're working on projects, the leads coming in, the inquiries coming in, right, are being qualified by that AI, right, and at the end booked on their calendar, right? It allows them to focus on what they do best. Why the job behind the scenes is still being, the leads are still being qualified and still being booked on their calendar. Yeah, so that's what we've been helping them to do. Yes, but I'm curious to know. I just want to tailor it best, right? I'm curious to know out of the three which one even resonates the most for you.
Just to be
Okay,
reaching target market more. That's it.
okay, just to be reaching target markets more.
Mm.
Okay, okay. It sounds like you have some experience with. Could you give me an example where maybe you felt like you could be reaching the target market even more? Could you give me an example of where you felt like that could be improved? It sounds like you're speaking from experience. I can tell. I can tell. Yes.
Mm. Just like I said,
Okay.
every product has its focal audience.
Mm.
So construction company also has their own vocal audience. While some look for government projects,
Yes, government
some look
project.
for
Private.
some look
Yes.
for private individual or developer.
Yes.
And so in my own case, we'll say we are doing good, but
You want to be the
the
part
the
of the
biggest
best. Yes.
the
Yeah.
biggest room is room for improvement in life.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it's it's an aspect of gaining more clients. That's just the simple explanation.
Okay. Or more clients through the door. Okay. 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 And when you say more clients, do what is you mentioned private individual, you mentioned government. Which of them do you serve the most? Which of them is preferred for you to help? You know.
Private individual are more preferred
Yeah. Okay. For you.
because
Okay.
government you have to do political this and that. Uh,
Okay.
a lot of things are attached to that one.
Okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. You mentioned though that you want to be reaching the target market even more. I'm curious to know. It sounds like you have some experience. Maybe you feel like you are not reaching the target market as as wide, or should I say, as often as you want to. Right. I'm curious to know how that affects you. You know, in terms of even staying booked. You know, even that pressure you feel to keep jobs coming in consistently. Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Did you get the question?
No, 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 no.
Okay, okay. You mentioned that you felt like you are not. The goal is to reach target markets even more. So, it sounds like you have some experience. Maybe you felt like in the past you are not reaching the target audience as widely as you would want to. Has that had an impact on even your ability to maybe stay booked, the cruise momentum, and even that pressure you feel to keep jobs, consistently coming in? Has that had an impact in the past?
Yes, of course. If it does not have an impact, you won't know that there are needs to do better.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So that when you like in a calendar year, you expect that maximum of, let's say minimum, sorry, of 10 projects,
Mm.
and not getting up to that. So that's just an an ideal or simple analysis of what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Can I ask you a bit of a direct question?
Okay.
Yes, in terms of that problem you just mentioned that you have seen in the past, have you accepted this is the way things are, or is this something you want to change? In terms of that problem, is that something you want to change? Is that
No,
something you
no,
okay?
no problem. No problem. Need redundancy.
Yes. Okay.
So every problem need to be given attention to.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay. That makes sense. Would it be a bad idea to discuss this further and see how I can help you? Obviously
yeah.
not, yes, not today because I mean it's a Friday, but I mean I have some time. I think Monday would work. I can share a little bit about what we've been helping other construction companies to do here in Lagos. Yes.
No problem.
Okay. I'm thinking around 11. Okay, not 11. Maybe around 1. I'm thinking 1 p.m. on Monday. I think that would work for me. Does that work? 1 2. Yes.
No problem.
Okay, 1 p.m. works actually better. Okay, 1 p.m. works better. Okay, is a pleasure speaking. Okay, one last question. Is there any reason? I mean, you might not make this. Oh, it's going to be a normal phone call, but is there any reason you might not make this? Because it's usually hard for me to reschedule on a short notice.
Maybe when you send the message on WhatsApp,
Yes.
I can say this
Yeah.
is what I'm. If there's uh, another more important thing that
Yeah.
come up at
Yeah.
time.
Yes, alongside the message, I'll also send a reminder. I think that would be really helpful. A reminder before that, 30 minutes before the time, so that we're about to chat, for some time. Yes, I think that would help. Yes, well, like I said, my name is Charles. It's a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Charles. Yes,
So,
it's a pleasure.
Engineer
I
Felix.
Sorry,
Engineer Felix.
Engineer Collins. It's a pleasure speaking. Yeah.
Felix.
Okay, Felix.
Yes.
Okay, Felix. All right. Felix is Felix. Okay.
Yes.
All right, it's a pleasure speaking. I'll send over the reminder and the information this evening. This evening, I'm going to send it over.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Yes. That is how you do it, boys. That is how you do it. That is how you do it. You know, this is my life now. If there's no pain, there's no sell. for car. Yes. Cambia. So Monday. Monday 2 p.m. I say 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. I can't remember. 1 p.m. Tel is very good at what he does. Gets very good at what you do, guy. Let your work do your second for you. Not trying to book them as fast as possible. I'm not fucking game. I'm not living in full scarcity. Watch. Study. Study. Hello? Hello? Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, am I speaking with Anova Homes, the construction company?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. My name is Charles Suwane. I was hoping you could help me. You happen to be amongst the top 10 clients who would like to work with in the construction space here in Lagos. Yes, can I take 30 seconds to help me understand if it's even relevant for you as well?
Sir?
Okay, I mentioned that you're amongst the top 10 clients who would like to work with here in Lagos in the construction space. So can I take 30 seconds? Yes, can I take 30 seconds? You help me understand if it's even relevant for you.
I'm with you, sir.
All right, I appreciate that. Some of our clients are construction companies like yours here in Lagos. They are doing really well, running successful businesses. But sometimes, if they're being honest, they usually mention one of any of these three problems, right? The first one is that they're attracting the smaller renovation jobs, right? When they really want those larger, more profitable projects, right? Or number two, they are struggling to position themselves as that premium option, in their market. But finally, number three, they found that they've been relying almost entirely on referrals, on word of mouth to get new projects, right? Yes, and it made it harder for them to scale their revenue, right? But I mean, I get the feeling you're probably going to tell me that you don't relate to or recognize any of those problems I just mentioned, though.
Yes, sir.
Okay, none of them actually relates to you.
No, sir.
You sound like you're in a unique position.
We are not, but at least we are okay.
Okay, you are okay. You are
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay, yeah, okay. Do you mind if I ask a question about that?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you are okay. Okay, when you say you're okay, does that mean, I guess, that there's nothing that that you would improve if you could just snap your fingers and it would be fixed? Nothing comes to mind.
That's what you're trying to say,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Does that mean that there's nothing that maybe needs a little bit improvement if you could?
What's the name of your company?
Okay, our company, Rainmaker Digital, right? We help construction companies. Most of what we help them to do, right, is to implement AI systems, right, into what they are already doing, right? So that while they're on the job site, while they are working on projects, they know that there is AI that is qualifying their leads, right? Qualifying those leads, in terms of their location, in terms of their budget, etc. And then those leads will be booked on their calendar. Right, so it allows them to focus on what they do best. It allows them to focus on what they do best, while the jobs are still being qualified. Yes, that's what we've been helping them to do. But since you mentioned that, I mean, that is interesting. None of them actually relates to you, though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a good innovation, though. But normally, I'm not the best person to
Okay.
answer that.
Okay.
But now, yeah, maybe I will share a contact with you because I am in WhatsApp. I'll share a contact with you. Maybe you can just call the person. It's our brand and communication. Uh, so I think
Okay, brand and communication person. Okay.
yeah. So this is our boss. That is his own thing. I think able to answer those things with financial to think that we can actually work together. If it's not, we explain the question.
Okay, he would be in a better position. Okay, okay, that makes sense. I think I can send a hi. This is the right number, right? To send you a hi on WhatsApp. Okay, I think I can do that. Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. I can do that, and then I'll now give you feedback on how the conversation went. Yeah. All right, all right. I'm also going to give you feedback. Maybe later next week, I can, after speaking with him, I can just share, what we discussed and so on and so forth. Yeah. I think that would help. Okay, yes. Like I said, my name is Charles. I didn't catch yours. What's the name, please? Okay, Mr. Ife. Ife is IFEH. Okay, IFE. Okay, IFE. It's a pleasure speaking with you. It's a pleasure. I'll send the hi on WhatsApp soon. All right. Have a nice day. Yes. Have a nice day. Is he the business owner? I don't know. So none of that actually relates to. You don't relate to recognize. You don't relate to recognize any of those problems. Any of those things I just mentioned at 9 10. You don't relate to recognize any of those things I just mentioned. I think I'll AMG test any of those things, any of those problems. Why is this thing wasting time? It's 9 10.